Nna na-egekwa ọga gị ntị n'okwu. Ihe ọbụla ọ sị gị mee ka ị ga-eme.
Achọ nke ịdọla aka gị na-abụ na ntị. Áfàméfùnà.
Sir?
Ịzụkwa n'ego m.
Hello guys, welcome to Reviews with Pi. My name is Precious and this is a place where I get to share my love for great movies, books with you and hopefully recommend amazing ones for your reading and watching pleasure. I want to specially welcome you to today's video where I will be reviewing the movie Áfàméfùnà and Nwa Boi Story. This is a trending movie on Netflix currently and a lot of people have been giving their honest reviews about this movie. This movie was made with an idea or out of an idea of the Igbo apprenticeship system. This apprenticeship system started far back as the 60s, where after war between the Igbos and the government, they were left with nothing. So they looked for ways to rebuild their wealth and become better. It is a situation where an oga, a business owner, train boys, 4, 5, 6 of them in the trade and ideas, giving them insights, giving them all the trainings they need to start that particular business. It's more like a place where young guys go to train instead of going to the university. Here they serve their oga. They are called the Nwa Boi, more like a servant. They serve their oga, and after 5, 4, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, depending on the nature of the business, the oga settles him with a sum of money, a shop, as the case may be, more like giving them help that they need to start up a business, thereby building each other. So this movie was generated from the Nwa Boi system that is practiced by the Igbos. The Igbos are predominantly in the eastern part of Nigeria.
We are investigating the death of one Paul Obiaju.
So, for me, this movie is a great movie. It is great, and so many people have been giving their reviews, and I understand their point of view. And in this movie review that I am going to do today, there might be spoiler alert, just so you know. There might also be things that you might not want to hear, or you might not agree with me. I understand we all have our personal views. So, the movie is a great movie, and I appreciate the writer of this movie. This movie, the characters did a very great job. Kanayo O, the Oga, the Odogu himself, the master himself, Alexx Ekubo, who acted Polu, he bodied his character so well. Nze, who was Áfàméfùnà, also did a very great job doing his role. Other characters, they did their role very well, but I have one problem with the characters. The fact that people who couldn't speak the basic Igbo language acting in the movie. It's not a bad thing, but maybe they would have been given a different role to play where they don't have to speak the Igbo, or maybe even if they have to speak the Igbo, at least they should be able to pronounce the basic words. These characters, some of them couldn't even pronounce these words, these Igbo words, and it's actually made me to think. Having good characters matters, and also having people pronounce, since the language of the movie is Igbo. So I was expecting that all the characters actually knows how to speak the Igbo to an extent and not make Igbo people confused about their own language. Also, this character in the movie, after doing their great job, they also were badly developed. For example, as an Igbo man in this current reality and situation, they don't simp. A business Igbo man don't simp. They don't act weak. They act like an Odogu. That is why they call them Odogu. That is someone that has the strength, the capacity, the capability to run business. Controlling tens and millions of naira requires you to have that aura. You shouldn't be manipulated. Polo manipulating Áfàméfùnà was just an off for me. It put me off. Another thing I love about the movie is the fact that it portrayed the Igbo mantra, which means a brother always goes with their brother. That means as a brother, as you are climbing up, you don't leave your brother behind. You carry your brother up. So this movie portrayed it to the fullest.
You know how you come to the whole of this plaza? that you come to Odogu and Sons, importer, exporter, international, that you know see what you like. Me chacha. Now, God, daughter.
Asanwa, my color, Nebiano,
Oh, yeah, Kando is
portrayed the benefit of being hardworking. I love the fact that it actually rewarded hard workers and also showed us the fact that greed, what greed can do. As a greedy person, you end up badly. So I love all those things that it included in the movie, and there are also a lot of lessons about trust, being steadfast, being trustworthy, and all that. I also love the fact that the Odogu, that is the Oga, the master, related with the boys, the apprentice, very well. He allowed them to do what they call apiriko. That is a situation where an apprentice actually add little gain to the main Oga's gain, so that when the buyer pays, he gets his own share. So that is what the Igbos call apiriko. I also don't like about the movie is the fact that as Igbos, they have the saying, an elder does not sit in a place where things are going wrong. And the fact that the Oga, the Odogu himself, saw some certain things, he didn't talk about it, he didn't condemn it, rather it was later that he now started telling Áfàméfùnà, and this is actually not an Igbo type of thing. So I understand the writer, tried to make it, include creativity, but at some point I think that the creativity was way out of line. The characters were not really developed, and the fact that they actually included a crime in this Nwa Boi story.
We are investigating the death of one Paul Obiaju.
I think it's actually off because the crime at some point had to overshadow the main purpose or the main reason for this movie. An Nwa Boi system has to be full, it has to be complete, and including a murder, I understand is a fiction, but including a murder somehow actually overshadowed the main idea of this movie. Personally, I love this movie. I love it. It's not about the hype, but I feel as a viewer that this movie should have done better. It should have gone far. The storytelling were good, but at some point it's lagged behind. There were things that that was missing. So I actually appreciate the writer, the directors, and everything. This movie is a must-watch for business owners because in this movie, it talked about mentorship, training people. It's not about training yourself or being better. It's nice that you're actually a good person and good in your business, but you have more wings. You have more. You gain more by training people. You network. So this movie is a great one for business owners. And as an individual, you can watch it. You can learn one or two from the Igbo tribes, the apprenticeship system. So this movie, for me personally, it is a 7.5/10. They actually did a great job. And feel free, I know that most of you might have watched this movie. Feel free to drop your comments. What do you think about this movie? What do you have to say about this movie? Don't forget to share.